Let's learn about polar and nonpolar bonds in chemistry. These bonds differ in how electrons are shared between atoms. Let's start with nonpolar bonds. In a nonpolar bond, the electrons are shared equally between two atoms. A perfect example is nitrogen gas, N2, where two identical nitrogen atoms share electrons evenly. Now, let's look at polar bonds. In a polar bond, one atom has a stronger pull on the electrons than the other. This happens when one atom is more electronegative. Water is a classic example. The oxygen atom, being more electronegative, pulls the shared electrons closer to itself, creating partial charges. This creates a partial negative charge on the oxygen and partial positive charges on the hydrogens. Let's compare these bonds side by side. In the nonpolar N2 molecule, the electrons are shared equally between identical atoms. But in water, the oxygen atom's higher electronegativity creates an uneven electron distribution, resulting in a polar molecule. Understanding these bond types helps predict molecular properties. Polar molecules like water tend to dissolve other polar substances, while nonpolar molecules like nitrogen gas tend to stay separate from polar substances. This explains why oil and water don't mix. They have different types of bonds.